thanks for being here. This is Psychic Angel Guidance, and I'm Michelle Conway. And, of course, you're on the best radio network ever, A1R, Psychic Radio. Okay, gosh, it's a big day here for us here in Australia. The Yes vote has just been announced that all of the Australia have voted yes to have gay and lesbian couples be allowed to get married. So they're all out celebrating and having a really big day. So I feel like that's a really big new energy shift that's taken place here. I know it's already happened for a lot of other countries, but for us in Australia, that shows that, you know, there is a big energy shift taking place with the way that we're doing things here on Earth at this stage. Please excuse me this week. I do have a bit of a cough and a sore throat. If I need to clear my throat, I have a cough. Okay, I do want to talk about the new moon that's coming up. This is a really fantastic new moon. It's part of one of the last what is it called? Part of the last trines of Saturn and Uranus. So it's the last one for this year. This is also the one that's going to be setting the foundation for a lot of years to come. Okay, so this new moon is also exactly nearly opposite a moon or another planet, that they discovered called Sedna. I think that's the way you say it, in 2003. Now this moon, this planet, that's a minor planet, is actually ruled by an Arctic goddess of the sea. And I find that really to be quite interesting when it's exactly opposite our new moon that's coming in on the 18th. And that's a lot of water energy. That's a lot of emotion energy too. But don't forget that the moon is going to be in Scorpio, so there's that fire, there's that little bit of zest to get things done, because Scorpio does have a dual ruling planet signs there. It's a fire and a water. Okay, so it's a really great time to make or think about the new start, ideas, anything that you've been thinking about. It's just a really wonderful time for you now to focus on that. And I've thought about this a lot. I'm one that has used candles a lot in my life, especially going back in my early 20s as a focus, as a ritual, as a way to bring about change, a positive change, because it does. Candles to me, when you light them, you're lighting the divine light. You're bringing in the divinity of what you're asking for as well. So I did think that with this new moon that's coming this weekend, it is a great time for anybody who's wanting to release and let go of any old patterns, get rid of cleaning out the shed, get rid of clutter, get rid of anything you don't want on any level. It doesn't have to just be in the material sense. It can be old thinking patterns. It can be old habits. It can be old friends, you know. Don't want to say that, but some old friends, you know, it's not that they're not beautiful people, but you've just changed the way that you're functioning. You've changed your frequency through soul growth and through natural spiritual awakening that takes place within yourself as you learn lessons, as you grow on the spiritual path that you're on. So I do feel that if you've got anything that you want to focus on like that for this new moon, this is a great time to start thinking about it now. Start bringing that energy in for yourself now. Start thinking about what it is that you want to set forth in motion for yourself for this next, it could potentially be the next 10 years that you're setting yourself up for with this particular new moon, okay? So I did want to give you this little ritual that I've developed for this, okay? You can change it to suit yourself. Nothing's set in stone. Things like this work the best when it's your intent that matters, okay? So your intent to, I've just got a little, wipe my eye. It's your intention, and that's the energy that you're sending to the universe in what you're asking for, all right? But be aware, too, that this time is also a time where you have the opportunity to shine, to really get out there and make yourself known or be respected because of the trine that's taking place with Saturn and Uranus, Saturn being self-discipline, Uranus being a bit spontaneous. I know that's a funny energy combination to have there, but it's also showing that you can be spontaneous and present yourself in a very disciplined way and create what you want. Work this magical energy, this time for yourself, okay? Now, what I've got here is you get a black candle. The reason I've chosen black is because it is a new moon. And from the darkness of the earth, that's where we plant the seeds. That's where we plant any harvest that we want to reap. And it's also from the darkness of the universe that our thoughts come, that everything comes from a place of in the uterus, in your womb, it's dark. So that place of darkness is not necessarily something to worry about. It's something to really nurture and put a lot of thought into what you're creating before you bring it into manifestation. So a black candle. And don't forget your box of matches, because I do believe that to light the candles, it is better to use a match rather than a lighter. But if you've only got a lighter, that's fine. That's fine. No, it's still going to work just as well. And because you're focusing on to me, planting that seed, I've chosen either a sandalwood or a patchouli, incense or essential oil, okay? And then don't forget your pen and paper and a small box, okay, just a little box that you're going to be able to write down all your things that you want to bring in for yourself and all of what you want to release. And you're going to be folding this up and putting it in this little box, okay, and the box is the dark womb, or the place where the seed is being planted. If you don't want to put it in a box, and you can put it in a bowl if you like, all right? And then also get some, if you want to bring romance, or you're letting go of an old romance or anything like that, rose petals is something that's good to have, or leaves, anything you find pretty, or some crystals, because you're going to be utilising those in putting them in, creating that energy as well into your bowl or your little box, okay? Don't forget, before you start all this, if you can have a shower, that's great, just to cleanse your aura, cleanse yourself, do a smudging, really prepare the energy for this, because it is such a magical and opportunity to really focus on bringing that positive new or letting go in, whichever. It's such a great time, okay? So don't forget to ask your angels or your guides when you're sitting down, when you're about to start, for protection, okay? Asking for protection. And as you light your candle, ask for the divine light, the divine love, the divine healing and divine protection to light the way as the seed grows from the darkness. And that's why I picked a black candle for this, okay? You can pick a different colour candle. If you're lighting, wanting to bring more abundance into your life, you could pick a green candle, or you could pick a red candle for abundance too. Or if you're working with a particular emotion, you could choose the colour candle that might suit that emotion a little bit more. It's up to you. Work with it. Change it. Make it yours, okay? Make this something that you're really putting a lot of emotion, a lot of thought, a lot of intention into creating for yourself, because that's what creates. That's where the creation comes from. It's not so much the material ritual that you're carrying out. It's the focus of the energies that you're using that is creating for yourself, okay? Now, the new moon has its little energy inside your little box there for about 2 weeks. It will keep the seeds that you've planted in there growing and developing and evolving, okay? So leave them in there to do that, and then maybe bring them out at the full moon and release them, all right, to the universe and see what comes up. for you from there, all right? So I hope you give that a try, see how it goes. I have great faith. I find it fun too. That's why I wanted to share it with you guys, because it can be a lot of fun. You can do that with someone else, or you can do it in a solitary situation. It's totally up to you. Make this work for you. It's all up to you and how you want things to unfold, okay? All right, so I see I've got Melanie in Berlin in New Hampshire. How are you, Melanie?
I am fantastic. How are you?
I'm really good. Thank you for being here.
Good.
Yeah, that's good. Have you had a really good day today? What's it like over there where you are?
It's cold, and there's a little bit of snow on the ground.
Oh, that's beautiful. Oh, I wish it would. It's really hot here, actually. I don't like the heat. I'd sooner be in the cold with the snow. Okay, so have you phoned in with a particular question that you would like me to focus on for you today?
I would just like to know if my loved ones are around me, and if I'm doing what I'm supposed to be doing in life.
Okay, I'm just going to tune in for you around the loved ones to see. I'm asking the angels and the loved ones in Melanie's life and in spirit to be with her and to bring forth answers. Okay, as I'm asking, I do feel a beautiful sense of love, and I feel that there's a lot of love and protection coming your way. I don't feel like I'm picking up 3 different very gentle people in spirit that are sending you lots of love at the moment, okay? I don't know which one to focus on, so I'm just going to let them guide me with what comes through and let me take this where you need it to go to receive the information you need, okay? Now, I am being told at the moment that this is a time for you where you've been finding it a little bit difficult to move forward. You've been feeling a bit stuck, but at the moment you've just got to stay where you are, all right? You can't move forward at the moment. The time isn't right, is what they're telling me from Spirit. They say, I feel like you're getting about another 3 weeks and the energy around you is going to start to shift, and that's when you're going to start to feel a sense of energy changing around you, and you're going to be able to move forward or make the changes. It's not necessarily moving forward, is it, that you're wanting to do, but you're wanting to make changes at the moment is what they're telling me from Spirit.
Yeah, that's the truth.
Yeah, so they're saying it's a waiting period. One of them, it's a male person, he actually has a very good sense of humour. He's saying he's waiting for all the ducks to line up for you, okay?
Oh my gosh! That's so funny. I know who that was.
Do you?
That's funny,
that's good. Because he was having a joke. I think he knew when he said it that way that you were going to know instantly who he is. Okay.
Yeah.
And he's also saying that you've been a bit impatient, haven't you? You're wanting this to happen a little bit faster than what's going on for you at the moment.
Yeah.
But they're working really, really hard in spirit, lining up what you need to do. And I'm being drawn to about the 2nd or 3rd week of December is where I'm being shown that this is where you're going to either decide. As I'm saying that, I feel like you're getting up out of a chair, like you've been sitting and doing not much, and then all of a sudden you're like, the energy's going to activate and you're just going to go, I can do this, and you're going to know exactly what you need to do in about 2 to 3 weeks' time, okay, is what they're telling me. And as I'm saying that, I'm being drawn to either it's like a mantelpiece or a shelf or something that is it's not very wide, but I feel like it's in your living area, okay? And I feel like there's it's either a lamp or a light, or I'm being drawn to this for a particular reason by this beautiful male person in spirit. All right, he's acknowledging something about this shelf, and I don't know, it's not making sense to me, so I hope it's making sense to you. I feel like he's saying...
I do have a shelf, like, in my living room, but was it a lighter or, like, his torch? I use it every day.
Ah, okay. So he's acknowledging that for you, okay? So thank you for that, because I thought, oh gosh, this is a really weird thing that I'm trying to describe, but he's acknowledging that for you, all right? And he's saying that through that connection, it brings his energy around you a lot through the day. You spend a lot of time thinking about him, don't you, or connecting with him? Yeah, yeah. So, and he's wanting to tell you, because one of the questions you asked when you first popped on here is, are you on the right track? Are you doing what you should be doing with your life? And he's saying to me, absolutely you are, but you've come to a point now where you're questioning there must be something else more to what you're a bit tired of what you've been doing. You want to make changes. You want to get out and explore a whole lot of different things, but you're feeling a sense of restriction is what he's telling me. You're feeling a sense of not being able to make the changes that you want to change in your life is what he's saying, okay? So in the next few... Yeah, he's going to be lighting up directions. Now, as I'm just going to be shuffling my cards at the moment just to get a clearer direction for you. Okay. He's talking about relationships and carefully weighing up your decisions. And that doesn't necessarily mean it's on a romantic front. It's on relationships. That could be friends.
I'd like to hear about that, yeah.
Yeah, okay. He's saying take time to look at what you need in each relationship that you've got at the moment, because I feel that this is where the inner you is starting to get restless, okay? It's like, oh, I need someone new. You need something new to come in to change for you, to bring you growth or something in a different format, if that makes sense for you. And he's acknowledging that, okay? He's saying that at the moment your health is quite good, all right? That it's more that it's not your physical health, it's more your mental and emotional health that he's been watching you struggle with over the last few months, all right? So with that, I'm going to ask which crystal should you bring around yourself that can help you to feel a little bit better. Okay. He's got, what I've brought forth there is adventurine for you, okay? And that's about growth. So this is interesting because I find this is all sort of tying together in a really interesting way for me, in the sense that I was just talking about the new moon. I don't know if you heard me talking about this new moon that's coming up, and doing the little ritual to let go in order to be able to move forward. So I feel like this is all tying together into your reading at the moment, okay? And it's saying to me that utilise the energy of this new moon for yourself to create the new growth in the direction that you want to move into for your life at the moment, okay? Because I feel like you've grown to a certain level and now you're wanting to take that next step. You're wanting to be able to grow in a different way, and that's fine, okay? And I feel that that's also to do with relationships. And I'm being brought over to the romantic side of the relationship for you as well. And I do feel like it's time for your tummy to start doing flip-flaps again. You know when you first meet somebody and your tummy does flip-flaps?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I do feel like it's time for that to start to happen again for you. So it's a shift is taking place there for you. Does this make sense for you?
Yes.
Yeah, that's good. So getting some adventurine is what I feel is really important for you at the moment, and programming your little adventurine, little crystal when you get it, to help you with your growth, to help you to keep the focus of where you want your life to head in the coming months, all right? And to program your crystal, you hold it in your hands. I've got fluff them. Hold it in your hands and you visualize and hold it just like you're telling it what you want it to do. And then when you feel that it's programmed, you gently give it 3 little puffs. And it's programmed. So anytime you want to reprogram it or you feel that it needs programming again, that's how you go about it. So getting this adventure in. Oh, okay. And he wants you to keep it up on the shelf next to next to his lighter or torch or whatever it is that's up there, okay? So he's asking that it be kept there because in that way you're going to continue to connect with that energy every time you're going backward and forward there. All right. Now, as I'm saying this, I've got another a very gentle female energy just popping in spirit there for you, and she's sending you a lot of love, and she's telling me about how sensitive you actually are, that you're really sensitive, and I'm fiddling, so I feel like she was a bit of a fiddler with something that she wore around her neck. I've started to fiddle with my my crystal that I wear around my neck, so I do feel like she was a fiddler, and I'm also feeling that she's saying that because of your sensitivity, you did allow people to walk on you sometimes, and she's talking about relationships with that for you. She's saying now you're starting to grow beyond that. You're starting to stand up for yourself. You're starting to say, no, I'm not going to let you do this to me anymore, all right? And she's acknowledging that that's a really good thing. Be proud of yourself is what she's saying with that. You're getting stronger. In some ways, it might feel to you that she's saying that you're getting colder, but it's not that you're getting colder, it's that you're getting stronger, and your self-worth has grown is what she's telling me with that as well. And she's giving you lots of love, okay?
I wonder who this lady could be, because there's only one woman I could think that it could be, but if I have other ladies that have died, but if this lady said something about toast, I would know who it was.
Okay.
Could you ask her if it's about toast?
Toast?
Yeah, that was how I would know who it was.
Okay. No, she's not talking to me about toast. I'll just ask her again.
Because I wouldn't know. It could be another relative, but the lady with the toast would be the one I'd want to talk to.
Okay. When I'm asking about toast, I'm getting condiments. She's saying about condiments for toast. So I don't know if that makes sense for you or not, but I feel like she's an older lady because when I'm talking about the condiments, she does talk like I do feel like she's mentioning marmalade, okay?
Marmalade, that would be probably Dolly.
Okay. All right, so she's talking about marmalade. And I do feel like a lot of love is coming your way as well from her, and she's the one that's saying to you that she's glad that you're grown within yourself, okay? And I feel that she's talking about that for your relationship that on a romantic level, okay? Now, just before I let you go, I've got 3 minutes left. So I'm going to just shuffle the cards because you did say you're interested in knowing about your romantic direction at the moment. Is that right?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, the card I've got come here for you is actually talking about there's like a very positive, happy new vibration coming in and around you on a romantic front, okay? And I feel like this is going to light up the world for you in the coming weeks. So there's a change, there's a shift around that. And I feel that's part of what you need to put in for this chain, the new moon. If you're going to do your new moon ritual or anything like that, I feel like putting that into what you want for your romantic front. I am seeing someone there that does have like a particular glow or an aura, and lights. I've got my eyes closed as I'm seeing this auric field around this person, and I do feel a gentle soul with this energy. Okay, bit shy. I feel I'm getting a shy energy as well. All right, so the shyness of this person's energy is preventing me from actually getting, it's like they want it, no, I'm a bit too shy, I don't want to give too much away about myself. So that's, I feel a little bit left for the unknown. So when your tummy does flip-flaps, when you meet this person, all right, I do feel like your tummy's going to go, oh, and you're going to know, you're going to feel it on an energetic level, okay? And with that, I feel like it's something that's different, somebody that's really different to what you've, that's been around you before, okay? Don't try to think about it, just go with it and enjoy in the next few weeks, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Well, thank you for calling in. I'm going to have to leave it there for you. It's been great meeting you, Melanie. So thank you, everyone, for being here with me today. I can't believe how fast my time slips by when I get on here. I have so much fun, actually, doing this with you all. And, of course, if you'd like to contact me, you can do that on my Facebook page, Psychic Michelle Conway. Or I also do have a website, which is www.psychicmichelleconway.com. And I've got links on there that will bring you over to A1R Psychic Radio, or take you to my email if you would like to email me.